Yeah, I don't want to mention how the accident happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was through a lot of domestic violence, though,
Mm-hmm.
and it caused me to be mentally unstable. And so my son became really like traumatized through everything growing up. And because of my accident, like I couldn't get accessible housing. I couldn't stay with friends or family because they lived up flights of stairs. I
Mm-hmm.
was sleeping in cars, and my son had to stay with family members, and that was like the hardest part.
And so domestic violence, was this the father of the child?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And would you be able to say what injuries were suffered?
A spinal cord injury,
Mm-hmm.
and I broke my back and my pelvic and my hip, and I broke both my ankles. The doctor said that I would never walk again, and I would be paralyzed from the waist down. Um, so,
Jeez.
yeah.
And so where do you stand right now as far as rehabbing or anything?
Um, I'm definitely progressing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna take time, and the doctors are saying I'm at where I'm at, but I have hopes that like I'm gonna be 100% better.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And where in the Cape?
Um, all over.
Yeah.
Because my mom lives in Falmouth and my sister's in Hyannis.
Mm-hmm.
But I was born in Falmouth, and growing up, like we did a lot of the shelters. We were homeless a lot growing up, so I just feel like it's been like unstable for a long time now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I went to like 14 different schools in 9 years one time.
Wow.
We lived all over the Cape. By the time I was 6, we lived in Fall River for about a year. But yeah, we moved around a lot. I remember sleeping in cars with my mom, shelters all the time,
Mm-hmm.
different shelters, different family members. It was just craziness growing up. A lot of instability.
Mm-hmm. Being able to maybe share
Yeah.
experiences and kind of lift each other up in that sort of expense. Would you be able to speak on that at all?
Yeah, and also like even this like a TV room, like in the other church that I was in, there was no like place to like even interact with, and like here we can sit down and talk, and the kids can watch TV. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
we feel at home.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, and everyone seems to get along. Like there's no tension between anybody. Nobody like starts drama. It's pretty good here.
at the point of where your children came in when you entered this facility, and maybe where they are, maybe mentally, emotionally now at this point, 4, 5, 6 months in.
When my daughter came, she was scared because when in the transition of like getting to a shelter, we slept in a hospital as well, and she kept calling every place we went home.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of like devastating.
Mm-hmm.
So now that she's been here, she's used to it. Like she knows this is her home, so she's really comfortable. She likes Shelly a lot. Every single time she passes by, she smiles at Shelly and talks to her. So it's good.
Do you think at that age, can you grasp the idea of homelessness at that point, or was she able to maybe express anything like, is this our home, or along those lines, or?
She just saw like wherever we slept. That's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think home's where the heart is. So
Mm-hmm.
my son was really sad when he couldn't be with me, and then this puts a roof over our heads. So when we eat and we pray together, he always thanks God that we have a roof over our head.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he knows that this isn't home, but when we're on the road and we gotta come back, we say we're going home.
Mm-hmm.
But developmentally wise, he before when we first came here, having like the instability, he didn't know bedtime. He didn't know like it's time to take a bath. It's time to go to bed. He was just kind of crazy. He was up screaming. He suffered from nightmares. He had a lot of separation anxiety. He still has like a lot of we're still working on a lot of the traumas. But he's doing a lot better.